Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today is the next part of our Nuzlocke. We got a lot to get through. 2 rival battles, Misty, Nugget Bridge, the SSN. We're going to get it all done today. So let's get straight into it. First off, just outside of Mount Moon, we caught ourselves another team member, Spearow. Pretty much just going to be a backup for if anything happens to Pidgey. Straight into the box. And as such, we literally just named it Backup. I don't really have any intention of using it, but if needs must, we'll come back and use it.
Big Evo. All this now. Check if it needs any. If we've got any moves that we need to learn, and then we can go straight into Nidoking, and that's going to be a hard carry for a lot of this run. Quill gets that iconic haircut and a nice power boost as well. Here we go. Rival battle.
Here we are. First rival battle just before Nugget Bridge. 4 Pokemon. We sent out Rafiki with Pidgeotto being a normal type, weak to fighting moves. And yeah, we took a fair bit of damage, but we KO'd it. He then sent out his little Abra, which I quickly realised had absolutely no attacking moves and was a piece of cake.
Halfway there.
Next came out Rattata. It almost got us with a quick attack, but we hung on and just one-shot it.
Oh, we're switching after this.
And finally, Squirtle, yet to evolve for some reason. We switched into our own Pidgeotto. Got crit straight away, but with mostly just Gus, we slowly whittled it down. And yeah, first rival fight. We had this little sketchy moment with Mankey, but in the whole, pretty easy.
Okay, now we're fine. Easy. Easy dub.
After which we finally used the Moonstone, got ourselves Nidoking, which should destroy this bridge. First trainer then, let's go. Bugcatcher should be easy fight. Nidoking using a flying type move, super effective on all of them. First one shot, second one shot. I guess you can pretty much guess how this goes. Boom, another one shot. Finally, boom, one shot every single Pokemon. That was pretty much how it all went. This is the final member of Nugget Bridge. Again, boom, one shot that. And we move on. Got the Nugget. And then we come to fight the Team Rocket member at the end of the bridge. He leads out with Ekans, which we literally just fought a higher level one. So even with the attack drop from Intimidate, it's still a pretty easy fight. Zubat comes in next. Again, does a little bit of damage, but nothing really. And just like that, all the Nugget Bridge is complete. Next, went to the grass, just left. Got ourselves a Caterpie as our encounter. I was pretty disappointed with this. I really wanted a grass type, obviously with Misty coming up next. And I took my frustration out by naming it Ew. Heading up north, we get another encounter, which was Abra, which, as you all know, would be an amazing Pokemon to get, but is almost impossible to catch. We threw our Pokeball. We know you only get one shot at this and then it's gone forever, and unfortunately it was gone. Fighting the trainers along our way to Bill's house. First comes this hiker who was absolutely no problem for Rafiki. Low kicked, gone. You can see me there waving. I was getting a bit cocky at this point. But what happens when you're cocky? You have to crash back down to earth. This turnish caught us. We didn't get out of the way in time. And at this point I realised I have absolutely no Pokemon that can fight psychic types. And I mean any. Switching out Rafiki. I don't really know why I went for Metal Claw there, but yeah, we don't have anything to fight these. Swapped in Mini, thinking that Mini had Bite, obviously a Dark type move that would be super effective. Realised we didn't have Bite, went for the Hyper Fang, didn't do enough damage. Went for it again, thinking we could just about kill it. It hangs on. And that is the first death of the run. Mini is dead. Then switch into Flaps or Zubat. Which, guess what? Does have a Dark type move. And yeah, that's how we finished him off. But I was gutted.
Death number 1. The rat has gone.
Luckily, no more incidents. We got ourselves to Bill's house, helped him separate his weird fetish Clefairy thing, get ourselves that nice SSN ticket, ready for going and getting ourselves on that. And there we are, there's the ticket, and then we're going to make ourselves back down to take on Misty for our second gym badge.
Was it Butterfree worth it? You know what, we'll take.
Got our little Caterpie evolved to Metapod and then to Butterfree, all leveled up, ready to take on Misty. Gym trainer here sends out Goldeen. Wasn't really an issue. I remember this fight being fairly easy. And yeah, that was it. Took no damage, so we were straight into the fight with Misty. And there we go, Misty, Staryu. Obviously, we knew that's what she's starting off with. We used Nidoking, obviously being by far our strongest Pokemon at this point. Almost kills it. Finally does. Didn't really pay attention to how much damage it had done at this point to us. And then the Starmie comes in, which obviously does that and absolutely destroys our best Pokemon.
Straight into Nidoking, and that's going to be a hard carry for a lot of this run.
After that, absolutely devastating loss. We've brought Flaps the Zubat in to use Bite, obviously super effective against it. But with the amount of damage it took from that one hit, we can't stay in. I was debating going for another Bite and just letting Zubat die. But I didn't. I swapped into Butterfree, who we've only just got. Tried to use the tactic of putting it to sleep, which did thankfully work. Tried to poison it as well. Didn't work. So while it's still asleep, we switched into Quill, hoping to just do as much damage as we can while it's still asleep. Gets one Water Pulse off. Quick attack, so it can't attack us first, and we finally beat Misty and her Starmie, which was mostly an issue again because we cannot deal with Psychic Pokemon right now.
Oh, that feels horrendous. Without going over level 24. Oh. Our Pokemon is Meowth. Oh, this kills it. Yeah. We failed our encounter. I tried to get here. I'd rather an Oddish than a Meowth. I've already failed Meowth once. We can get a Premier Ball. Why not do that in this game? Hey!
We quickly named Oddish Petal, which would have been way more useful for Misty's gym than the upcoming gym, but still a decent encounter. Went and got ourselves the fishing rod from the fishing guru, and you know what we did the second we got that. We went and caught ourselves a Magikarp, which we can evolve into Gyarados, which is one of the best Pokemon in the entire game. Head over to get the bike voucher, which we can go back up and start moving around a bit quicker now. Then we headed straight for Diglett's cave, grabbed ourselves the only one or two Pokemon you can get there, Diglett. Obviously this is going to be so useful for the upcoming gym against Lieutenant Surge and his electric type. And of course we had to give it the iconic nickname of Floor Shit. Soon to be 3 Floor Shits. Oddish then evolved into Gloom, which I've always thought is one of the ugliest Pokemon going, and maybe we should have called this one Ew, but still. Then it's time for the next rival battle. Here we go. Starting off, he sends out Pidgeotto, same as he did last time. I'm leading with Spyro this time because I haven't really used it much in this run yet, and I thought he'd be able to take on Pidgeotto. Just as we go to finish it off, he switches out, which is different than the original games. The Ember lands, which actually burns him, massive help. Switch into our grass type that we now have. He just keeps withdrawing, so we'll just keep absorbing. If he does end up doing damage to us at some point. Oh, he didn't, he switched back out. Absorb finishes off the Pidgeotto despite it not being very effective. 2 Pokemon left. Kadabra. Sleep Powder misses. Twice in a row. 3 times now. This is the issue with Sleep Powder. The amount of damage, but we finally get it to go to sleep. We switch in Flaps to get onto the bites. Dark type moves. Hopefully it stays asleep the whole time, which it did. 2 Pokemon left. Raticate, as if to take the mick out of us after ours died. We miss. He keeps dropping our defense, which is worrying me. So at that point I decide we're not risking getting one hit. Come in, Karate Chop the normal type. One shot, nice one, Rafiki. And then he brings in the Water Turtle, at which point it's barely got any health. It's losing health from burn. Done. And then off to give the captain a little rub. Kind of weird. But it gives us the cut that we need to get to the 3rd gym. And just like that, we have done all we need to do on the SSN. That, we leave, let the ship sail away. Nice one for the cut, the level ups, and we are all ready to take on the 3rd gym. Bit of moving around here for the gym. Obviously we want Floor Shit on the team. Add him. Use our newly acquired cut. And that's where we'll leave it for today. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop it a like. If you're new, subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future parts. The next part will be out next week. And until then, see you around.